Hello, welcome back. I am so excited to share another message with you all, okay? Because this week has been one of those weeks where, you just process a lot and you get to the point where, like, this sermon kind of really just came out of real necessity in my own heart, in my own life. And so, yeah, the world can sometimes feel like it's cementing you in a box, bitch. It can feel like it's trying to push you into a corner and make you be one stagnant thing when, bitch, I'm a dynamic human being. I am so many things. I'm a multitude of things. I am everything at once while at the same time being nothing. And so I am just so excited to share this sermon with you. The word this week is Ce-Mintt, and that's kind of where the word came from. It was really just rooted in a lot of, you don't want to be boxed in. And the moment you begin boxing yourself in, bitch, that's the death nail. Do not stop yourself from being all that you can be. And yeah, that's kind of where this sermon comes from. These sermons really come from a place of just like my own experiences and all the wisdom that I've learned over my life, because as a black trans queer woman, you get a lot of experiences, you get a lot of wisdom, and oftentimes society is either shaming us for those experiences or forcing us to conform our experiences into something that is much more palatable for privileged people, which I'm not going to do. Bitch, I'm not censoring myself for no privileged individual. And so, that's where all these sermons come from. And so they're all rooted in love and kindness, but as well, the need to tell the truth and the need to hold people accountable, especially your own goddamn self. Because all of my wisdom really comes from self-reflection and reflecting on how I feel and how I feel about other people's behavior and how other people treat me. And I want everyone to be reflecting and realizing that, like, there's so much wisdom inside of you the moment you start asking yourself some fun questions. So, as you listen, I want you to really be taking in the message, but as well just asking yourself these questions. If you need to pause it and ask yourself and ponder and then continue, do it, find whatever snippet calls the most to you. If you think that somebody really needs the message, share it. It's about just making sure that we are all sharing our experiences and our wisdom and our lessons, because when we share, we are stronger and we are also wiser and we are also more empathetic. So let's carry that into the new, well, actually every portion of our lives. Yeah, sickening, work. So let's get into it. And yeah, I guess we'll get into it now. Every single day you grow and every single day you change. Who you are is not cemented in stone, and if you're not paying attention, bitch, you may just be trying to love a version of yourself from 6 months ago or a year ago instead of loving who you are now. So find out who you are today and pursue making yourself happy at all costs. One of the greatest things that I've learned is to make sure that I remember that self-love and self-care is always a fluid, moving target. Just like people, we're all fluid in who we are and what we can be. So we must make sure not to cement the image of ourselves into one stagnant, unchanging thing. Our lives are not stagnant, bitch. The world is not stagnant. And hell, people are not stagnant. So don't have the image that you have of yourself be stagnant. The process of being your truest self and loving that person is a process that changes and grows right along with you as you live your life, bitch. This is a journey that never ends, but it does start with baby steps, because there's no guide to living life and navigating your emotions, especially when you're a black trans woman like me, okay? There's no guidebook. That's part of why I share my story. That is exactly why I do what I do, and I share as much as I share. I think that my testimony can serve as a guide for other people out there navigating their emotions and how to exist and try to find happiness, because it's not easy, and if I can help, I'm happy to, bitch, okay? And my personal journey forced me to practice 3 things in order to actually begin to love myself beyond superficiality. For me, the first thing I had to do was forgive myself. I had to stop beating myself up over not being a millionaire by 24 or not being the person that other people wanted me to be rather than being who I wanted to be. Rather than beating myself up, I had to tell myself, bitch, let's learn how the past can inform the future for us. 2, I had to find out what my actual needs are. I have the depths of the ocean inside me, and so do you and everyone else watching this. But the world tries to make you sum yourself up in 180 characters. So, bitch, it required me taking some meditation and time away from social media by myself to begin to figure out what I want for my life. 3, I had to be active about pursuing what my needs actually are. Know that a mistake will turn into a blessing if you give it enough time and love. The same way, if you give yourself enough time and love, you'll actually find that you'll grow into an even stronger version of yourself. It's like you're a Pokemon, but bitch, you just keep on evolving, okay? You just keep getting better and better. The only mistakes in life are the ones that you don't learn from. Because one of my favorite pieces of advice, wisdom is what you get when you don't get what you want. You're more than your mistakes, and not a single one of them defines who you are. So treat mistakes like exactly what they are. Road bumps that help you understand what parts of yourself is vying for your attention to just grow. You're beautiful and growing every day, and never forget it. And remember, I'm talking about mistakes here. I'm not talking about being a racist or being a transphobe or anything prejudiced, okay? A hate crime or a microaggression is literally not the same thing as cheating on a test, okay, bitch? Plus, it is always a blessing to get to open your eyes and live, okay? And that blessing of waking up is nothing to be squandered on not pursuing your happiness, bitch. Because waking up is a blessing. But choosing to live your life and to make yourself happy is a choice. And a choice that you should be patting yourself on the back and the front for, okay? Because it's not easy to make. Not a single thing about this world makes it easy for people to pursue their own happiness. But you had the courage to take a chance on your happiness by pursuing it. Because you're not guaranteed a job when you follow your happiness, okay? You're not guaranteed to have your lights on when you follow your happiness. Because you need to know you are beautiful, you deserve happiness, and there are so many people on this earth who wish they had the opportunity to open their eyes this morning to watch this beautiful video with this beautiful mug painted. Isn't it beautiful? Yes. Remember, no matter whether it's a good day or a bad day, none of that changes how bad of a bitch you are. Sometimes the smallest things in the world can be the biggest blessing. Never underestimate the power you hold in some of your smallest actions and decisions. The smallest acts of kindness can have the largest ripples in a person's life. Happiness is waiting for you in FaceTiming a loved one, surprising your partner with a tasteful nude, just a cute little tasteful nude, maybe some side boob action maybe, or just even gifting a box set of True Jackson VP to somebody. I guarantee that when you share yourself authentically, it takes courage. And it will, I guarantee will, underline will, impact somebody. Whether it be someone else or you just inspiring your goddamn self. Know you're touching somebody's life. Just like when Keke Palmer started jumping rope in order to win that spelling bee and Akilah in the bee, you have everything you need to succeed inside of you. It's just a matter of whether society is going to try to make you feel bad for being yourself. You're you for a reason, and never doubt that. So make sure you share authentic pieces of yourself, because there's no guarantee who could need that light in their life. And that's why I'm making this video now. And the proof is that Keke Palmer was able to bring Queen Latifah and Dolly Parton together as friends in Joyful Noise. So long story short, Keke Palmer is my queen. And the gag is, all of the blessing in your life are meant for you. So if you're pretending to be someone else, your blessings won't recognize you. Learn from the person you used to be and process the person you are. There are zero limits to what you can actually accomplish today. And I don't mean emails or work. I mean, bitch, loving and supporting yourself. Think of yourself like Beyonce's discography, okay? You can't get from Dangerously in Love to Lemonade without an emotional journey and arc like Sasha Fierce. Think about your passions. Ponder your goals. Embrace your strengths, your weaknesses, because every single piece of you is beautiful and is so necessary to make up the collage that is who you are, the collage of experiences. So go forth and slay, and let your kindness and actions reflect the person you want to grow into. You cannot get from the person you were to the person you want to be without processing who you are right now, okay? Right here, right now. So thank you for watching. I love you so much. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Send this to a hoe who needs to hear this message, okay? Because you're so necessary. Your voice is important. And thank you for listening. I have so much more amazing content coming out, and I'm so excited to share it with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the support. And yeah, I will catch you back here next Monday for another amazing sermon. Thank you for being a bunch of bad bitches, sticking in, listening, sharing, subscribing, and I will catch you in the next video.